There we go. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. If I haven't said hey to you yet, hi, Tanya. I see you coming in. Hope you guys are being safe. Some of you have got feet of snow, and I'm over here jealous because we got freaking rain. But, we'll survive. Hope you guys are doing well. It is the last week of the month. Y'all, where did the month go? Hi, Janice. Where did the month go? I cannot believe how fast this month flew. So, we are going to dive into the last week of Comeback Circle number 6. Number 6. And I just want to say this. You guys should try to be on as many of the trainings and calls as we can. And here's why. Yes, is it great information? Okay. Yes, it's great information. But more than that, you are staying close to the fire. If that is my number one thing that I could say to you is stay close to the fire, because if you don't, it's easy to isolate yourself. It's easy to give up. It's easy to throw in the towel because you're not staying close to the fire. That's why I say, if you can get to convention, get there. No ifs, ands, or buts, get there because you're staying close to the fire. If you can get to pharmacy events, get there. If you can stay on these calls, get there. I know life happens, things happen, I get it. But if you want to be successful in this business, you have to stay close to the fire. Do I always want to get on the calls? No. Okay, we don't always want to get on the corporate calls. We don't always want to get on my calls, Melissa's calls, whoever's calls. But if there is a call and you can get on it, because when you stay close to the fire, that keeps you showing up, because one, you learn something, or two, you get closer in the community. I don't know about you guys, but that pajama party the other night was a blast, and it was fun, and we just got to know each other and do life together. So much so that we are going to be doing them monthly. Okay. They were just so freaking fun. We are going to be doing them monthly. I'm announcing it now. It's going to be a blast. Okay. So just make sure that you are staying close to the fire. That's just a little bit of suggestion for you, but we are going to dive into tonight. And I really want to focus on recruiting and duplicating yourself. But I'm also at the end going to give you a sales tip just for the end of the month, okay? Because it's the last day of the month, or last week of the month. You won't have another call with me until next Sunday. And by the way, just throwing this out there, I will be in Maldives. I cannot believe that, one day, one of our comeback circles. So I will either pre-record and post it, or we'll double up. I'll figure out what we're going to do, but we will still do comeback circle, but I'll have to figure out, because the time difference is too crazy. Like, it's wild. Like, I'm getting up and y'all are going to bed. Okay. And so we'll have to figure out what that's going to look like. But tonight we're going to talk about recruiting and duplicating. And then I'm going to give you a sales tip to finish the month strong. So, how did last week go? If those of you that did last week, how was your follow-up system? How was your funnel? Did you start implementing that? Did you feel like you finally got something in place? If not, go back and watch it. All of these trainings are recorded. They're in the team page. You need a follow-up system. You need some sort of funnel where you are sending people, okay? And we talked all about that last week on Comeback Circle number 3, week 3 of 6. So you can go back and catch that. But hopefully you guys at least got something going. And again, the more consistent you are, the more it's going to pay off. But weeks 1 through 3, we talked about building your base. We talked about posting with purpose, and we talked about following up with a structure. And week 4, this final week, is going to be about recruiting and multiplication, because a business that depends, it keeps skipping. Is it skipping for anybody else, or just Tiffany because of her service? Just Tiffany? Okay, everyone else is good. Thumbs up, Janice, you good? Kayla, you good? Okay, I can see. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Tiffany, it's just you. Sorry, baby. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, building a business. If building a business, if it depends on only you, your business is only successful if you do it. Okay, come back in. You will eventually cap out, because you have to duplicate yourself in order to grow. My business would not be what it is without all of you. How did that happen? Because I have duplicated myself. How did my leaders get to where they are? Because I duplicated myself. So you have to duplicate yourself. That's why I'm doing this leadership collective, okay? Because I cannot do it all on my own. I have to duplicate myself to be successful. So I want you to hear this though. I tell you guys all the time, some of you are like, well, I'm not a leader because I don't have a team. You are a leader. You either lead yourself or you lead other people or you do both, because I have to lead myself all the time. So I don't care if you have one person or 2,000 people or 0 people. You are a leader, and you do not have to have a title to be a leader. You don't. Some of you that are in the leadership collective, you're afraid to step up because you don't have a title. Get rid of that. That is nonsense. You are a leader, even without the title. That does not matter, okay? Put in the comments, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. All of you on this call are a leader without a title, okay? And you do not have to be perfect to duplicate yourself, right? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be consistent and clear. That's what a leader does. Consistent and clear. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit for recruiting. Recruiting is not, let's talk about what it is not, and then we'll talk about what it is. Okay, recruiting is not convincing people. Recruiting is not pressuring people. Recruiting is not hyping it up. Recruiting is not chasing people down. Recruiting is simply, and if you can grasp this, you can go far. Recruiting is simply inviting people to see what's possible. Recruiting is inviting people to see what is possible. If this business has helped you financially, if it has given you flexibility, if it has built your confidence, if it has given you community, then not sharing it is actually doing people a disservice, right? It is doing people a disservice. And I want you to know, like, as your leader, I would say, shame on you for not sharing it. Shame on you for not offering that to other people, right? What we have here is so special financially, the community, the confidence, blah, blah, blah. All of that is so special. And why would you not want other people to experience that too, right? So we are inviting people to see what is possible. All right. Recruiting is simply saying this. This is what recruiting is. Okay. We just talked about what it is not. What it is here's what I'm doing, right? When you start conversations with people, here's what I'm doing. Here's how it's helping me. Here's what it's doing for me. You're welcome to take a look. That's it. You're not chasing them down. You're not hounding them down. Here's what I'm doing. Here's how it's helping me. You're welcome to take a look. Just leave it in their court. Okay. But one of the biggest mistakes that I think people make when it comes to recruiting is they overthink who to invite. How many of you would say, yes, I overthink who I'm going to invite, right? I see the people nodding. Okay. You think, oh, they won't want this, right? Oh, this isn't for them. Oh, they can't do this. Oh, they're too busy. Oh, they're too broke. Oh, they already do something. That is not your job to decide. Stop deciding for people. That's what I tell y'all when it comes to business opportunity and selling. People are like, oh, I can't promote that. That's $80. It's not your job to decide what people can afford. It's not your job to decide if they have time for this. It's not your job to decide if they can do this or not. Stop making it your decision on if it is for them. Okay, I think that is something like when we do these health bundles, some of you are like, oh, $125, ain't nobody going to spend that. You don't know. You don't know if they will or not. Get out of people's heads and get out of people's wallets. Stop making decisions for them. They are grown adults. They can make their own decisions. They don't need you. You ain't their mamas. Okay? So let that go. All right, you're welcome. I'll let you release that. Stop carrying that, okay? All right? We have to let people decide for themselves. Your job is to invite them, to share, and give them access. That is it. That's your job. Not your job to decide if this is for them. It's to invite, share, and give them access and let them decide for themselves. Okay? Mama Linda says, get out of their wallets. That's right. Here are people that you do invite. Some of you, all of you just said, a lot of you that have your cameras on, I can see you nodding, saying, yes, I don't know who to invite. Here's who you invite. You invite people who ask you questions. If they are asking you questions, you invite them. If they are engaging with your content, liking, commenting, sharing, jumping on your live, interacting in your stories, you invite them. If people, you see their posts and they're complaining about money, time, loneliness, no friends, no flexibility, you invite them. If people send messages, like if you're in the Comeback Circle chat, you saw the other day where someone was like, oh my gosh, Ashley, you've been so consistent. I want to buy from you. And I had never spoken to the person. Some of you there, that is someone that I invite because she's admiring my consistency. Recruiting is not about hunting down strangers. Okay. It's about paying attention to the patterns, paying attention to what people are doing. And that is who you invite. Okay. Now, inviting does not need to be a paragraph. It does not need you to be saying, hey, it's $20 to sign up. You get 50% commission. You get 50% off your products. You're word vomiting. What did Amber say to us the other week when she did her training? 2 ears, 1 mouth, for a reason. Listen more. Ask them, why are you interested? And then zip it. What do you need this to do? Zip it. Ask them questions. That's the number one thing when people are like, I don't know, someone's showing interest. What do I say? Ask them questions and listen. They will tell you what they are needing what they're needing you to answer, what they're needing to hear from you. Listen more, talk less when you are offering. Okay. Here's what inviting could sound like. Okay. Simple, easy, not as long paragraph. When people say, Ashley, what's your script? I don't have a script. I don't. Because that is not authentic to me, right? If I send you a script to send to every single person, they're going to be like, that's scripted. That ain't how Janice talks, right? You want it to sound like you, okay? So invites can sound like this. I thought of you when I saw this. If you see this post where someone's complaining about not making money, not having good products, no community, blah, 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 whatever, I thought of you when I saw this. When I saw your post, I thought of you. Okay. You're just inviting them. Or you have a conversation with someone. Maybe they showed some interest. Maybe they've been interacting on your stuff. And you say something like this. Have you ever considered something like this? Have you ever considered doing what I do? Have you ever considered trying these products? It could sound like this. Would you be open to taking a look? Would you be open? Are you open to it? Are you open to making an extra stream of income? Are you open to learning blah, 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 blah? Okay. Your tone matters more than a script. They need to hear from you. If you are confident, if you are secure, if you are calm, people will feel safe to say yes or no instead of ghosting you, right? Some of you have had people ghost you. If you are confident and calm and clear, they will feel more confident to say yes or no. And remember, no is not a rejection. It's a not right now. It's a maybe later. You are just giving people information. Okay. Now, let's talk for just a second about duplication. Okay, because this is something that I really want y'all to hone in on as we are growing our teams and stuff like that. Duplication is not teaching everything. I can't teach y'all everything in one call, right? I can't. Duplication is not that. Duplication is not overloading people. Duplication, this is the hardest one for me, is not being available 24/7. That one is the hardest for me because I want to drop everything every time I see like chats coming down. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Do they need me? Do they need something? You know, that's the hardest thing for me. But if it can wait, like it can wait 24 hours if it has to. Y'all know I never wait 24 hours. But if it has to wait 24 hours, it can wait 24 hours. They ain't gonna up and quit. And if they do, then shame on them. Right? That life happens. We're busy. I'm a mom of two. I got a husband. I've got a family, right? So being available 24/7, that is not what duplicating is. Okay. Duplication is just showing someone how to start. How to start. I had this conversation with someone earlier. They're like, what do I do when I get a new recruit? You onboard them. We have a duplication system, an onboarding. You send them the onboarding. That's what we do. We send them onboarding. I'm not sitting here saying, okay, now, Linda, did you go set up your profile picture? Now, Linda, did you go get your invites? Now, Linda, did you go make your post, your curiosity post? Now, Linda, how far are you in the onboarding? I've made this whole system. I give it to them. I'm duplicating myself, and it's their job to go and do it. Listen, Linda, right? Okay. Now, when it comes to duplicating yourself, you need to think about it like this. What are the first 3 things that you do consistently? And that is what you teach people. I had a leader the other day say, oh gosh, I cannot do a training for your team. I am terrified. That's what the leader said to me. Okay, why can't you? Because it's that fear. It's that, oh, I'm not a leader. Oh, I'm not Ashley. Oh, I'm not director. Oh, I'm not this. You can and you will be able to. I'm going to shout out Janet. She's doing a training this week. And I'm so freaking proud. She's going to rock the heck out of it. Okay. You step up. You step up and you do it scared and messy. Do you think anyone taught me how to sit down and do a training? Heck no. How did I learn? By doing it. By just trying. By just saying, hey, put me in, coach. I want to learn. I want to do it. And some of you need to be having that conversation with me or your upline. Put me in, coach. I want to do something. I want to do something that scares me. I want to do something that pushes me. That's the only way that you grow. Okay? And you teach what you know. I'm not saying, like, some of you are like, oh, I suck at recruiting. Okay, well, then you ain't going to teach on recruiting. What are you good at? And if you aren't good at something, go learn how to be good at something and then come back and teach it. All of these things that I'm teaching you are because I learned it first and then I'm coming back and I'm teaching you. Do you know how many times, remember when Jessie Lee, those of you that have been around for a while, I had training with her every, I think, what was it, Mondays on Shelby? I can't remember. I learned from her Tuesdays. Okay. And I came back and I taught you the exact same thing that she taught me. I duplicated myself. I duplicated her. You learn and you teach. So as you are duplicating yourself, leaders, especially leaders on here that have teams, you should be training your team. Do not wait on just me. Do not wait on just your upline. Step up and do a call. You can do it and do it scared. Or say, Ashley, I want to do a training in BFA. Go for it right away. I've got something I can learn and I can go back and teach it. Duplicate yourself. Share 3 things that you do consistently. And that is what you teach. You don't teach your whole brain. If I could teach y'all everything in my brain, y'all be overwhelmed. Y'all be like, okay, I ain't know this. Okay. They don't need to know everything. They just need the basics. The goal is not to create carbon copies. We don't need 2 of Ashley's. Dear God, no, we don't. We do not need 2 Ashleys. The goal is to duplicate and create confident people. confident beginners. That's the goal. Okay. And like I said, I don't care if you're a 3%er, you can step up, you can train, you can lead, you can duplicate. Leadership is not about a title, it's a behavior. Leadership is a behavior. You lead when you are showing up consistently. You lead when you follow up. You lead when you encourage other people. You lead when you model what works. Okay? Someone is watching you and how you show up, even when it's quiet. Okay? Your consistency is giving other people permission to stay consistent too. Y'all would not believe the number of recruits that I have gotten in the last probably 3 years because I did not quit when all the other leaders quit. And y'all all know who I'm talking about. Do you know how many people have left pharmacy? And I have stayed. And the number one thing when people come back and they join our team, they say, you stayed regardless. Yes, because I see the longer vision. I see what pharmacy is going towards. I still believe in the products. I still believe in the comp plan. Is it perfect? No. Is it perfect everywhere? Heck no. You're going to have issues everywhere. I find my place and I ground myself. But that consistency that I have done, it has paid off. People see that and they're like, I'm going to join that because I see her showing up regardless. When life and crap hits the fan, I show up regardless. We had 4 deaths last year in my family. I show up regardless. 3 grandparents and then Dalton's cousin. 4 deaths. You show up regardless. When you are consistently showing up, people see that. Okay, here is your little challenge, and then I'm going to give you one little sales tip for the week. Okay, here's your challenge for the week. I want you to make at least 5 intentional invites this week. Okay, 5 invites. I told you who you invite. Remember the beginning? The people that you invite? 5 intentional invites. I want you to try to help one person take their first step. Yes, that means trying to get 1 recruit this week. 1 recruit. Okay? And then in the chat, if you're in the Comeback Circle chat, share your wins. I don't care how big or small it is. I want to hear a win from you. Share your wins in the chat. Tiffany, yes. Somebody, even in the Slay chat, someone came in the Europe. Was your Susie this time? Okay, I thought so. She came in there and she said, my girls are rocking it. She said, even one of them, her dad went into surgery this week suddenly, and she's still showing up. I said, yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about my Tiffany. Yeah, you are. Yes, that's it. You show up regardless. Awesome job, Tiffany. Okay. Now, let me find my little thing. I wrote it real quick about your goal this week for here's my areas. Okay, for sales tip this week. Okay, here's your, and this is just extra. This I just at the end when I was getting all my notes together, I was like, let me give them one more thing because it's the last of the month. Okay, when you are doing this, we have to stop trying to showcase 8 million products. Pharmacy has 500 plus products. It is overwhelming. People shut down. Okay. Because you're not focused in on one thing. You're promoting everything. You're like in the same conversation, you're like, look at this foundation and look at this L-carnitine and look at this blush. And they're like, what the heck? She just told me 3 different things really fast. Okay. You're trying to talk about everything and that confuses people. And a confused mind does not buy. Okay. A confused mind does not buy. So this week, I want you to do something like this where you pick one product or one bundle or one offer that you're really going to focus on, one angle. Okay, maybe you're really going to focus on the nutrition angle, or maybe you're really going to focus on a quick, easy face for moms, and you're going to focus on that one direction, and you are going to consistently talk about it this week. Not 5 different things, one consistent thing. Because it takes, and some of you are probably like, well, I already talked about it yesterday. I don't want to talk about it today. Do you think every single one of your friends saw it yesterday? They didn't. It takes somebody 7 times to see something before they even think about buying it. And that's not to say they're going to see it the first 7 times. They might see it time 1 and time 7. And you're like, oh, I did my 7 times. No, they only saw it 2 of the 7 times. All right. So you've got to focus on doing that one thing because people need repetition. People need education. They need different angles of things. Okay. Talk about why you're using it, who it's for, a problem that it solves, how it fits into your day, a testimonial, a before and after. But I want you to be consistent on what you talk about this week. Same product, same bundle, whatever. Just give it different perspectives every day this week. And I really think you're going to start seeing more sales that way. If you choose to go balls to the wall with a quick like base face bundle, do it. Or balls to the wall about the lip oils or the peptides or the mascara, whatever. I will say you will make more money if you do a bundle because obviously there's more value in the products, right? Okay. But what you are comfortable with, that is what you are going to do. And watch the people that are engaging. Start conversations with them. There's a purpose that they are doing that and follow up with them. Okay. So that's my little sales tip. And I'm going to leave you with this. Your comeback does not end here. Your month, your success does not end because the month is ending. It begins with what you repeat. Okay? That's when you keep doing it, that's when your comeback that y'all are all striving for begins. Okay? Because consistency compounds. If you're consistent, the income's going to come. The recruits are going to come. And when you are clear in your direction, that's going to create confidence. And leadership multiplies when you've got that momentum. You don't need to be louder. You just need to be steadier. You just need to be more secure. You just need to be more consistent. And I am so proud of every single one of you and excited for what is to come. Okay. We're going to keep going. If you did not see, I put out a GV challenge for you guys. Everybody that has been here since last month, there's a GV challenge. I'm doing a giveaway till Wednesday. So we are trying to get your numbers up, but y'all have, again, I say this all the time. If you want to get paid like a full-time job, you got to treat it like a full-time job. If you want to get paid like a hobby, you treat it like a hobby. And some of you are like, well, I work a 9 to 5. Yeah, I did too for 5 years. I was a teacher. I went to school every day, came home, fed my family, took my makeup off, and was up working my business because I saw the bigger picture. I saw it all the way through. I wanted more for my family. Was I tired as heck? Yeah. Were there days I wanted to quit? Yeah. But you've got to keep showing up regardless. Okay? I love you guys. Let's finish the month strong. If you need incentives from me, this is me saying, if you need an incentive for your team, like whatever, if you need whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you that do incentives, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. I've got tons of stuff. Okay. Literally. That's why I do all the giveaways. Cause I'm like, what do you need? I got stuff for days. What do you want? Okay. So just let me know. I can do an incentive for you. I love you guys. Let's finish the month strong and we'll kick off February with a bang. I love y'all and we will talk to y'all later. Bye. Love you. Oh, I just took a screenshot. Y'all can take screenshots. Love you. Bye, y'all.